what's up? This is UnrivaledSkyrim, and today I'm going to be showing this Total War Rome 2 battle replay. I was playing as the Macedonians, and my opponent kpt.R is playing as the Seleucids. This was a quick battle, and let's go ahead and jump into the battle. This was fought on the Nemetocenna map, so very flat map for the most part, but there is one hill that my opponent will be using in this match. Let's go ahead and go over my army real quick. I chose to use a core infantry of 6 of these direct swordsmen. I have 3 Cretan archers and I have 1 regular archer. My general is in this unit of Royal Peltis. In my back line I have a reserve unit of Seleucids. On each flank I have 1 Aspis companion and 1 citizen cav, so 2 of each. Let's go ahead and take a close look at what my opponent is bringing this battle. I don't know how relatively new my opponent is to this game, but he chose a very odd army, not very suitable for online play. But let's go ahead and get into it. He's got 4 units of these Silver Shield pikemen. Rarely see these units being used online. He's got 3 units of Syrian heavy archers. He's got 2 units of Greek heavy onagers, so he does have artillery. So this was a no rules battle. And look, what the heck is that? Looks like a what kind of ammo type is that? I have no idea. I have no idea, but his general's in an Agama cav. Sorry about that. I was kind of confused. It's like a boar with its head cut off and its feet cut off. Now he's changing to regular ammunition. But yeah, he has situated himself on the only relatively high ground on this map, and he's just going to camp it out over here. I have no problem of just marching towards him. I will take casualties from his onagers, which you can see he's already opening fire on me. He hasn't hit me yet, I don't think, but pretty soon he will be targeting my Aspis companion over here, and he will get a substantial amount of kills, my 2 cavalry units over here. Now he's getting relatively close to hitting my thorax swordsman, but right here, he takes out 9 of my Aspis companions with 1 direct hit. So I'm going to now I'm going to rush my cavalry forward, and now I'm going to start spreading their lines out so they don't lose as many men if they do get directly hit. But here he's going to get still a lot of kills. 5. He got another direct hit, so 10 of my citizen cavalry is dead. He's not targeting these units over here. Let's see here, he's going to get another direct hit. These artillery pieces are really really accurate. So now my Aspis are down to 40 and dropping. So 20 men dead in an expensive unit, but that's going to be okay. Rushing forward, he's only got 1 unit of cavalry and only 4 units of pikemen, so he doesn't really have a very flexible, very strong force to protect against my cavalry, let alone my infantry force and even my my own archers in general. And I do have a spare unit of Sarissa cavalry, although very cheap unit of Sarissa cav. It is going to be effective if I do get it to have a good charge. But nonetheless, I am getting a surround on him on both flanks, and I am encroaching on his position with my my main body of archers, my thorax swordsmen. Really, I do encourage people bringing onagers or any sort of heavy artillery, because you're really anchoring yourself in that position. Really, you're really surrendering any sort of flexibility, and you're kind of giving it to your opponent. Now I can understand bringing 1 artillery piece like a scorpion to try to take out, or at least that's how it used to be. I don't know how effective they are now. But you used to see players bring units like Scorpion to take out heavy cavalry or elephants, but now I don't know if it's rarely used now. But here I'm gonna try to probe his backline and try to get through and attack his heavy Angler units and his Syrian heavy archers. But he intercepts that citizen cav. It's okay. He charged the one that wasn't weakened, and that's gonna allow my other citizen cavalry to smash into his men, and I was really just trying to get past his heavy Anglers and go for his heavy archers. But here I'm going to counter charge. Now let's go ahead and take a closer look. And my Aspis companions get a rear charge on his general. He is bringing up a unit of the Silver Shield pikemen to support his general. His general of Egomon Cav, they're pretty good on the charge, but other than that, they're not very effective in a standout fight, especially against Aspis companions, which that's their purpose, is to tank it out and get a lot of kills in a drawn-out melee fight. Here, I try to get my Sarissa Cav to get around to his position and charge him, but he kind of does intercept me with that unit of heavy archers. I don't think they got any kills on him, but I'm gonna get my Sarissa Cav out of there. He did the smart thing. As he's getting surrounded by my Thorax swordsmen and my cavalry units, he managed to slip one of these heavy archers around, and now he's getting some shots in the back of my cavalry units over here. It's a very good idea, but I did see this unit, and I'm gonna try to charge it down, or at least ward it off with my unit of my general unit. But here, you can see I got some Thorax swordsmen behind his pikemen, and they're getting shot up on my archers anyways. The choice of bringing these expensive Silver Shield pikemen wasn't very cost effective. Any sort of missile will just destroy them, even though they have better armor, since they have such a terrible shield strength, since they have such small Aspis shields. Or not Aspis shields. Or are they Aspis? I don't know. But such small shields that it's not really going to be effective defending themselves against missiles, especially archer fire. But here he's going to attack my general with his unit of Silver Shield pikemen. He's actually hitting him from the front, but that's okay. I can just run away and disengage it. Pikemen in general have been very vulnerable for at least like 10 patches, the last 10 patches. They used to be good at the beginning when Rome 2 came out, but missiles are their worst nightmare. And now that units of like Thorax swordsmen and legionary units of Rome, any melee unit that has had a javelin to throw, now that all those units have fire at will, that ability, so now pikemen more than ever are really just screwed, because you can use any unit and discharge your javelins on them completely. And now I'm going to sandwich this unit and charge it from the rear with my Royal Peltest. So this is pretty much down to just 2 units of these Silver Shield pikemen. This unit's surrounded. He turned this unit around and to face my Thorax swordsmen, so I'm going to run those guys out of there and then open fire with my archers, who are getting pretty good shots, and these guys are broken. And that's pretty much the battle right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the statistics. Let's see here. kpt.R, he got 675 losses with only 409 kills. Me, I only had 442 losses with 673 kills. So it's almost the opposite, kills and losses, that we had. Although not really any of my units stood out. My Sarissa Cav somehow got the most kills. I must have charged into a whole bunch of archers, although that was the cheapest unit I brought other than that archer unit. With him, he got the most kills with his onagers. That's okay with me. I pretty much knew that was going to happen going into that battle after seeing his initial deployment. Yeah, like I said, those unit of Silver Shield pikemen, although they look cool, they're way too expensive to be used effectively. Um, I'd rather, if I were him, I'd just rather bring uh, just regular pikemen, if not the cheapest pikemen, levy pikemen. If you're gonna pike box it, it's better to have more than few, because you can have someone reserved if there's a gap, or if you're surrounded and you're trying to close off any sort of holes around your position. But other than that, it really wasn't much he could have done. He couldn't protect against all my cavalry compared to his 1 to my 5 units. My thorax swords, I could discharge their javelins. I had more archers. Yeah, overall, I won because I picked a better army, quite honestly. But thanks to my opponent for playing. Um, Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. This is Unrivaled Skyrim, like always. See you guys later. Peace.